Hey, yo, welcome. It's your old pal Diablo back once again and in your midst. It's the Netherworld Videozine. We're back once again. I'll tell you, I've always felt that the best way to do the video zine was with minimal amounts of preparation and pre-production, if you could call it that, being such a grade Z level production, um, as so many are, because I think that a lot of content creators are doing this stuff, in the safety of their own rooms. And you've got everybody doing their TikTok videos, doing shows for YouTube, um, and other various platforms. But they're doing it independently. And so I give a lot of credit to that. I think back in the day, there's that fucking saying again, back in the day, and I said wasn't going to talk about the past anymore. But back then, we were only hitting a small demographic of people here in the Los Angeles area with public access, so there was only, so many people that actually saw it on TV on the public access channel, and then later tape trading and passing around the DVD episodes. So I think here on YouTube, which is global spanning, a lot more people are seeing the show. Not as many as I would like to see the show. So for all 12 viewers, hey, I love you and I thank you for watching and being loyal Netherworldians. But networking and getting sponsored and being monetized, I have a better chance of pulling in extra money selling my ass than I do generating funds through this show. And God damn it, that's never been what it's about to begin with. It was never to make money. Maybe to meet chicks and, get out there and have a good time and meet people, chicks, mainly chicks. We're reaching a wider audience now. I say we, as in content creators and social media influencers. There went David. I wanted to cover some of the YouTube shows that I enjoy here, and also some of the cool podcasts that I've been listening to. And with YouTube shows, I mean, sometimes you can just listen because they are narrated, but sometimes they're visual, and so you would have to watch it. But the neat thing with podcasts, and I've considered this, producing a podcast, is people could just listen, while you're doing something else, even you're cooking, you're sitting around drinking, you're smoking a little bit of the chiba, and listen. And I listen on Spotify, and there's some really great shows, and you can find a podcast covering just about anything that you're interested in. But first, I wanted to say that I have seen a couple of really cool movies from 2022 that have been released on home video. And so I did see the latest Dario Argento film, Dark Glasses, and it was a hoot. It was nice. I liked it. No big long review like I've done back in the day, over and over, talking about the films of Dario Argento. I also saw the really cool flick Pray for the Devil, which is a neat, different take on the possession film. And I liked that. and not only about, demonic possession and exorcism, but gender, exorcist gender. And if you think about it, most exorcists that you've seen in movies or heard about from history have all been male priests. This particular film deals with a nun who studies and is kind of born into being an exorcist. And it's a really cool flick, and there's a great story and some cool, creepy scenes. And yeah, again, it was nice. I liked it. Since the pandemic hit back in 2020, the last time I had been in the movie theater was in 2019, and saw that third Star Wars movie, The Last Skywalker. And so after there goes David. After the pandemic, uh, I hadn't been to a movie theater. I had not been to a concert. I had not even been into a sit down restaurant, because just going out for essentials, which is how it started off, being masked and going to the grocery store for toilet paper and paper towels and water, which seemed to be the hot items. So I recently went to the movie theaters again, and not just once but twice. So I just saw Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania, and a lot of people are complaining about it and just not liking it and stuff. And I just always wonder, like, do you go to the movies or watch movies to have fun, or are you just a critic and you look at the flaws and fucking just pick shit apart? If you do that with just about everything from movies to music to television shows, what fucking fun out of life do you have? I hope, it's something simple like fucking, or, some other recreational fun that you have. But why do you got to pick apart movies and be critical of them? Don't you want to have fun? Ant-Man and the Wasp was it was a lot of fucking fun, and it was very visual, and just fucking, all the crazy characters and fucking different landscapes and stuff. I saw it in 3D, and god damn, that was a lot of fucking fun. But I saw Megan, and Megan was the movie that I wanted to see since I first saw the trailer for it, because I thought, God damn, that looks like a lot of fun. And AI, artificial intelligence, and robots is just a great subgenre of science fiction and horror. I mean, dating back for fucking ever. It seems that, going back as far as like Metropolis, there was a robot in that who happened to be female, Maria. Maria was one of the central characters, if not almost the figurehead of the film, because when you see posters and artwork from that film, Metropolis, um, that's the iconic image that you see, is of the female robot. In 1979, you had Ash in the iconic Alien, and you didn't know that Ash was indeed a fucking robot and an artificial intelligence. He is central to the story of Alien, and the acquisition of the xenomorph, the alien himself. Um, there's Blade Runner, which gets into the replicants. And if I remember correctly, you did not know that they were robots at first. And you had, Rutger Hauer in an iconic role, but you also had both Sarah and Pris, which are female robots AIs. And so that's, I'm saying, um, it became very sexy, because Pris was sexy as hell, Daryl Hannah, and Sean Young. That was one of the earliest appearances that I could recall of Sean Young, and she was hot. You had the Terminator in 1984, Arnold Schwarzenegger, an unstoppable fucking robot, uh, highly intelligent. That was just programmed to fucking kill. T2 in 1991, which then introduced the T1000 Terminator, which was just another wicked form of it, where it could basically morph into anything and anyone, and was like liquid. That was neat. Getting back to the sexy AI robots, you had Kristana Loken as the female Terminator in Terminator 3. Uh, Fuck, I mean, her first appearance is bare butt naked. And how does she not, you know, leave an indelible mark in the mind? I was in love with Kristana Loken. So fucking hot. Oh my god. Even earlier than that, you had Deadly Friend by Wes Craven. Christy Swanson was, you know, brain put into a robot. Um, again, killing is involved, malfunctioning, a will of its own. Even a movie from like 2013, Her, Scarlett Johansson is almost like one of those Alexa machines that you get to like run your household and stuff. Alexa, play Black Flag, shit like that. But it's a voice, and Joaquin Phoenix, you know, talks with her and stuff, and basically falls in love with her. But she continues to evolve and spread out the cyber highway. Where she's meeting other AIs and create starting relationships, not friendships, relationships and stuff, and kind of leaves Joaquin Phoenix behind. And that's a great fucking movie. There's also Ex Machina from 2014, starring Swedish actress Alicia Vikander. Um, Again, an AI robot that's very sexy, even in the like half assembled, parts of her body are not covered. Um, Robot is still very sexy, and Alicia Vikander, very, very sexy. But it's always been a part of science fiction and horror that I find very fascinating. Getting back to Megan, Megan was a program that this young lady is working on. She works in a toy manufacturing company, and she's working on this AI that we find will be like a companion for children that are lonely, or many parents basically put an iPad or something in the child's hands, and it becomes more or less a babysitter for them. And through a series of events, she activates Megan to take care of and befriend her niece. And man, Megan is just a lot of fucking fun, and the little robot herself is just a fucking hoot. And I think it's just a fucking cool movie, And again, if people go into it and they're too serious, uh, and find fault in it. I mean, in horror, the suspension of disbelief has to be much wider because, you know, anything and everything from Freddy Krueger to Candyman to Chucky, much of the mainstream horror icons, not to me, but to other people, uh, it's far fetched. It's stupid. And if you pick it apart, well, what's the fucking fun in it? Because then it's just stupid. But I enjoyed Megan. I like Megan, and I think she's really cute. YouTube content creators. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And it's basically up to each of us, and I say us, I'm including myself with you, to choose from, and it comes down to what are you looking for in a YouTube show. There's, all the funny ones and fighting and people eating shit, ghost chasers, and stuff like that. Um, and how much of it is quality, how much of it is put together and presented well. Therein lies our dilemma, because each of us needs to find that niche that we enjoy and something that we'll watch faithfully and subscribe, get notifications. There's a brand new episode. The very first show, and I'm going to be talking about some true crime channels here. Bailey Sarian, Murder, Mystery, and Makeup. Bailey Sarian is just a beautiful, spooky goth rocker type girl that is just very hip, very funny. And she's really the OG. She's the founder of the true crime and makeup genre. Whereas Bailey discusses a true crime case from the centuries while she does her makeup. And, when I say true crime and makeup, there's also, young ladies that do their makeup and talk about horror movies. There are just straight up makeup tutorials, but there are several that talk about true crime cases as they do their makeup. So as the story is told, they're putting on their makeup. They let you know what they're using. There is one girl that I can't remember her name, but she does it, and she looks and sounds just like Mel C, Sporty Spice from the Spice Girls. And she's good. She's really good. She has a pleasant voice, and that's a fun show. But she ain't no Bailey Sarian. I'll tell you that fucking much. Bailey has been going strong since 2013, and she has over 6.78 million subscribers. Does that seem right? But it seems like an awful lot, especially when, I've only got like 136 subscribers, something like that. And only 12 people that watch the show. But anyways, then there is CJ's, Courtney Semple. And Courtney Semple. I follow Courtney on Instagram and Twitter, and I see her TikTok videos, but it really, I guess, started somewhere around 2016 on YouTube and the C Jade's channel, where she reads horror stories from real life. Again, it's up to the perception of you, the listener, whether you want to believe them or not. Some are paranormal. Some are like, true horror stories of weird people that the people have met, or maybe come close to being abducted or sexually assaulted, or worse, killed. But then there are her TikTok reaction videos, and these are amongst my favorites. And I'm a fucking hypocrite, because I did a while back, I made fun of reaction videos, saying how stupid they were. But a lot of the people that I saw were fucking dorks, and that made it, you know, less that I wanted to watch it. Whereas Courtney is fucking beautiful, and I would probably watch Courtney paint a wall in her apartment, or you know, just about anything. The TikTok reaction videos are hilarious. Her reactions are, a lot of times they're first run, videos that she's watching for the first time. So her reaction is genuine and funny, and just fucking cute, just fucking adorable. And I just love Courtney Semple. One of the best true crime shows on YouTube, and the reason I say it's the best is because it's just consistent. There's 1 to 2 episodes a week, all the time. 10 to Life with Annie Elise. And Annie, I mean, is just a fucking pro. And she's just, this beautiful, very eloquent, family woman. She's married. She has 2 kids, and a mom, and just a total badass. And she reports these true crime cases from the past, and ripped right out of the headlines, stuff that's happening right now. The Idaho murders, where this fucking asshole went into these college students' home and killed 4 of them. I mean, fucking, massacred them. That's going on right now. I learned everything that I know from Annie Elise, and she consistently researches and puts out these episodes on her YouTube channel, that are just hard hitting and graphic, and just shocking. A lot of it. But one of my other favorite shows is The Paranormal Scholar with Laura Roten. And Routen? Is it Routen or Roten? Huh? Do you remember? I wrote it down, but one of my other very favorite shows is The Paranormal Scholar with Laura Routen. I'm going to say Routen. Let's say Routen, okay? Because it sounds very regal and English. She is just a lovely English woman who is just, I mean, eloquent, and her delivery and mannerism is so professional. And she is just like, I mean, when she's called the Paranormal Scholar, I mean, this is a woman that you would go and listen to speak at like a university, or just in a museum or something. And she's just incredible. And the amount of content that her and her production company have produced since going back to like 2015 is just quality stuff. And they are paranormal cases, and just, strange, demonic poltergeists, um, you know, all kinds of paranormal subjects that she just so brilliantly discusses that you're just sucked in, you're enraptured, and just her voice and stuff. And again, when I say like these YouTube shows are like audio visual treats because you watch as the story unfolds, and much of the imagery in the Paranormal Scholar is just very spooky. You've got some just sinister faces and trippy graphics and just neat stuff that relates to the story that Laura is covering. And one of my highest recommendations. I mean, if you like stuff like that and paranormal stuff, man, the Paranormal Scholar is top notch, better than just about any other show that covers this stuff. Now, the other thing that I talked about was the podcasts that I've been listening to over the last several months, and it was just something that popped up because I was listening to a lot of black metal on Spotify, and just fucking great bands, Asagram, um, Ergahol, Norjevel, uh, fucking great black metal bands that I was listening to on Spotify. But I got into some of the podcasts, and I listen on Spotify, but wherever you listen to podcasts, you could look for some of these and see if you find them. Hopefully you do. But again, I listen on Spotify, so you could check them out on Spotify too, if you're so inclined. Horrifying History is perhaps my favorite. Definitely one of the two of my favorites, hosted by Brenda, who just has a pleasant and lovely speaking voice. She's just so well spoken and stuff. And whether it's just natural, which I think it is, it just feels very natural. And she's just talking, and just this fountain of knowledge. Um, Brenda discusses strange and horrifying, hence the title, Horrifying History, cases and stories from throughout history. And, everything from, true crime and killings, unsolved murders, mysteries, abductions. I mean, everything from UFOs to cryptids, um, throughout history. So a lot of this stuff is right from the pages, ripped right out of history, or things that have been told throughout the years and reported on. So whether they're true or not is kind of left up to you, the listener, and you decide whether you think, that really happened or not. But she gives you the facts and she lays it all out. And she is just really, once again, I know it's cliche, and I say just well spoken. Brenda is a great host, and just it's like you're listening to a friend telling you this neat story from history, and that you're so enraptured in, you just don't. Is he bothering you? Huh? Is Goji bothering you? Um, just what the fuck was I saying? You just listen to without really interrupting or interjecting anything because you're just kind of soaking in the knowledge. So it's just kind of like listening to your very well spoken friend telling you these neat stories from history. Some of my favorites throughout the series, and there's 126 episodes, 36 bonus episodes, with content from as far back as 2019 till now. Um, I get a notification for new episodes, and my favorites, and they're just, I mean, it's just fascinating and trippy. The Dark Side of Disney. Those episodes, just shit. They just made me laugh, and some of the stuff where Brenda talks about, and tells you like the original story that is the basis for the very well known and popular Disney movie, fucking Pinocchio, Pocahontas. Um, Geez, off the top of my head right now, I'm just kind of like, but Dark Side of Disney. Those are fun episodes, and check that out on Spotify, where I listen, or wherever you listen to podcasts. My other most favorite podcast is Mads, Monsters, and Maniacs, hosted by Madison or Mads. Um, there is 67 episodes that run from February of 2021 up until January of this year. So a couple months ago was the most recent. And I mean, I binged Mads, Monsters, and Maniacs over the last couple of months. I listened to like the most recent episode at that time, and then went back and just binged the whole lot of them, sometimes listening to like 2 and 3 episodes. And Mads is just, in my mind, has to be fucking adorable, because I love her voice. I love just the way she carries herself. The cool thing is, over the course of the episodes, she shares little bits about her life, and she lives in Oklahoma, so she talks a lot about life in Oklahoma, and the stuff that she does. So she kind of like becomes relatable, because she tells you about herself, and so you're getting to know Mads as a person, um, before she even gets into one of the cases. And so the cases range from, again, true crime, killings, vicious murders, abductions, sexual assaults, necrophilia, um, a wide variety of very grisly subjects, but told in her very adorable demeanor. Over the course of listening to the show, I feel like, I've gotten to know um, her as like a friend, and again, somebody that I would like, talk to, either on the phone or something, and she would tell me these stories and tell me about what she's been doing, recently. Um, she's a proud spooky girl. She loves horror. She loves Halloween, and I feel she's just like me, and so I relate to her on that level. And I I've grown to really like Mads, so much so that she is the first and only content creator that I've written a fan letter to. Email, fan email. We don't talk about letters anymore, right? Because, like, does anybody send conventional snail mail anymore? I wrote a fan email to Mads, and I just told her how much I love her show and how much I've enjoyed it. I even went as far as to give a abridged story of my life, at least the cool parts anyway, about the Netherworld fanzine and the Videozine and Bottom Feeder, um, and just the cool stuff that I do, just in the hopes that maybe she would find something as equally cool about me that I think about her. I sent her a photo of myself, which just seems very juvenile and goofy, but I just sent her a picture of myself, as fucking ugly as I am, in the hopes that she would send me a picture of her. And I may never hear back from you, Mads. I may never get that fan email answered, but I just hope that you come back in some sort of capacity with a new episode, because I think you're great. I think you're great, Madison. I really, really think you're great. So come on back to me, Mads. Two of the other shows that I really dug, and I guess I would call them short lived because there's only so many episodes, and they're not current anymore. So I listened to, all of them, but there is no more episodes, and they are on Spotify. Again, did I mention that they're on Spotify? I guess I did. Um, Graphic Detail, hosted by Kate, has 24 episodes that run from February of 2018 till December of 2018. And it's a great show, true crime, and hence the title. Much of the graphic details of these cases and murders are discussed in a very pleasant manner. I think Kate was a great host, was very well spoken and professional, and that's something that I guess, as a total schlock shit show creator, I look for. I look for professionalism. I'm an asshole. So you, my viewer, would have to in turn see some sort of redeeming quality that you like from an asshole that over the years you've given me your loyalty and love. All these years, from back in the day, I'm gonna get that on a shirt. Back in the day, dot, dot, dot. From the pages of the Netherworld fanzine right here to the Netherworld Videozine, and now, currently. But yeah, Graphic Detail, that's a fucking great show. Sadly, only the 24 episodes, but you could check it out. You could check it out now on what? Spotify. The other really good one that I liked, and again, just very sadly short-lived, from January of 2020 till July of 2020, Full Bodied Crime, hosted by Kayla Rose. Kayla has one of the most pleasant and cheerful voices covering true crime. And just when you're talking about, unsolved murders, of families, of lovers, of, abductions, sexual assaults and rapes, I think when it's told in such a pleasant way, and she's very cute, just her voice, I don't know if she is. I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. But there's just something alluring about that, that I enjoy. And if you notice, all of the shows, the podcasts, and the YouTube shows, and even the emphasis on the artificial intelligence robots, are all female. Yes, there's Ash from Alien, and Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner, and even the Terminator. The Terminator was a very macho male robot. I'm always gonna gravitate towards the women. Always, always. Now, if I meet a pretty girl and we start talking and we have mutual interests and she likes my cats and I think she's just lovely, but then it turns out that she has a huge cock, again, that just gets into gender and all that stuff that people are afraid to talk about, but love is love, or lust, human sexuality, strange and unusual activities. Sylvester is having quality time with Godzilla, but I think he's getting tired of him. Is he in your spot? Is Goji in your spot? All right. Goji was in his spot, and that is Sylvester, the superhero crime-fighting cat. And I'm Diablo. And this has been the Netherworld Videozine. Once again, check it out. Links to some of the stuff in the comments. Drop me a line. Drop me a comment. Tell me what a dick I am. Remind me why the fuck I'm doing this. And shout outs to each and every one of the content creators that I talked about today. I support your shows. I love your content. I love you. You're all beautiful. Once again, this is Diablo. I'll see you next time on the Netherworld Videozine.
The following feature is one of the most violent films ever made. There are at least 24 scenes of barbaric torture and sadistic cruelty graphically shown. If the presentation of disgusting and repulsive subject matter upsets you, please do not view this film. They made one mistake. They got caught. And when you get caught in this jungle, there's no bail and no jail.
Get off my feet, motherfucker! Don't be crazy, Rudy. He'll kill you. He'll kill you.
That's completely nuts. For what they've done, make them die slowly.